In the first video, we studied about the classical concept of oxidation and reduction reactions. Next, we are going to study about electron transfer concept of oxidation and reduction, or electron transfer concept of redox reaction. According to this concept, we can define oxidation as if an atom or if an ion, if it is losing electron, we can consider it as oxidation, or we can call it as oxidation. So, the losing of electron is called as oxidation. So, if an atom is losing one or more than one electrons can be called as oxidation. Now, after losing this electron, what happens to the charge? If it is negatively charged, what happens? If it is positively charged, what happens? On losing electron, or if an atom or if an ion is undergoing oxidation, there will be an increase in positive charge. So, the increase in positive charge will be representing oxidation. Increase in positive charge means +1 will become +2 will become +4, etc. Or there will be decrease in negative charge of the atom or ion. Decrease in negative charge means after losing electron, if it is -2, it will become -1. If we take the magnitude, definitely -1 is greater than -2, but don't see the value. -2 will become -1, only see the negative charge. -2 will become -1 if there is loss of electron or oxidation. There will be decrease in negative charge. -2 means there is 2 negative charges, that will become -1. -1 means only 1 negative charge. Don't take the magnitude. Okay. So, we will see few examples of oxidation. Sodium metal, if it is losing 1 electron, all the losing of electron we used to represent on the right hand side of arrow. So, sodium metal after losing 1 electron, what happens? Sodium metal means it is neutral, 0 charge. So, after losing 1 electron, it will become Na+. That means there is increase in 1 positive charge after losing 1 electron. Next, magnesium atom or magnesium metal, it is neutral if it is losing 2 electrons. So, again we have to write on the right hand side. So, magnesium after losing 2 electrons, it will become Mg2+. Since it is losing 2 electrons, there will be increase in 2 positive charge. So, increase in positive charge means representing oxidation. Now, Fe2+, it is already 2+, it has already 2 positive charge. If it is losing 1 more electron, it will become, yes, 2+ will become 3+, becomes Fe3+. So, after losing electron, if it is positively charged, it will be, there will be increase in positive charge. Now, Sn2+, another example is Sn2+. Sn2+ means Sn is T, isn't it? Stannum. So, Sn2+, if it is losing 2 more electrons, already it is 2+, 2 positive charge, it has, on losing 2 more electrons, it will become Sn4+. There will be increase in 2 positive charge. Now, MnO4 2-, already it is 2- means with 2 negative charges. From MnO4 2-, if it is losing 1 electron, what happens to negative charge during oxidation or during losing of electron? There will be decrease in negative charge. That means -2 will become -1, 0, etc. So, MnO4 2- means it has 2 extra negative charges. From that, it is losing 1 electron or 1 negative charge. So, it will become what? MnO4-, single minus. That means 2- or 2 negative charges becomes 1-. Decrease in negative charge is representing oxidation. Similarly, FeCN 6 times 4 minus, already it is 4 minus with 4 extra negative charges. On losing one more electron, it will become, it has already 4 extra negative charges. From that, it is losing one negative charge on one electron. So, it will become FeCN 6 times 4 minus will become 3 minus. That means there is decrease in negative charge representing oxidation. Next one, 2Cl minus. What is this 2Cl minus indicating? There is 2 Cl minus ions, chlorine with one extra negative charge. On losing 2 electrons, what will happen? Here we have 2 chlorine atoms with 1 electron each. So, total we have 2 extra negative charges. So, on losing 2 electrons, it will become Cl2. We cannot write it as 2Cl, it is Cl2. Chlorine is a diatomic molecule. In the next example, S2 minus means sulfur with 2 extra negative charges. On losing 2 electron, it has 2 extra negative charges. On losing that 2 extra negative charges, it will become sulfur. So, all these are the examples of oxidation by losing electron, representing increase in positive charge or decrease in negative charge. Now, according to electron transfer concept, how we can define a reduction process? It can be defined as a process in which just opposite of oxidation. That means when an atom or ion gains one or more electrons, we can call it as reduction. And during reduction, what happens to positive charge? Yes, definitely this gain of electron will result in decrease in positive charge and increase in negative charge, just opposite to oxidation. During oxidation, there will be increase in positive charge, but here there will be decrease in positive charge. During oxidation, there will be decrease in negative charge, but here there will be increase in negative charge. Increase in negative charge means minus 2 will become minus 3. For example, Fe3 plus. Fe3 plus means ion with 3 positive charges. On gaining one more electron or one more negative charge, it is gaining. So, what happens to Fe3 plus? It will become Fe2 plus, because there is decrease in one positive charge. So, 3 plus will become 2 plus. Hg2 plus, we have 2 Hg2 plus, okay, that is gaining 2 electrons. So, one Hg2 plus will be taking 1 electron and another Hg2 plus will be taking another electron. So, that it will become 2 Hg plus. Okay. Sn4 plus, on gaining 2 more electrons, it will become Sn2 plus. 4 plus means 4 extra positive charges, or 4 plus means there is actually 4 electron deficient. That is the correct explanation. Sn4 plus means there is 4 electron deficient actually. To that we are adding 2 more electrons, so that 4 deficiency will become 2 plus. Now it has only 2 electron deficiency. Now Sb, antimony. Sb is antimony 5 plus. On gaining 2 more electrons, what happens? It will become Sb3 plus. 5 plus means it has 5 positive charges. To that it is accepting 2 electrons or 2 negative charges. So, what happens? 5 plus will become 3 plus. Now, Cl2 is gaining 2 electrons. Cl2 means we have 2 chlorine atoms here. On gaining 2 electrons means 1 chlorine will be taking 1 electron. So, that Cl becomes Cl minus. So, how many Cl minus you will be getting here? 2 Cl minus. So, here chlorine is neutral with 0 charge. When it gains one more electron, it will become negatively charged. Now MnO4 minus. MnO4 minus means MnO4 with one extra electron. It is gaining one more electron or one more negative charge. So what happens to this single minus? It will become MnO4 2 minus. That means there is increase in negative charge. Minus 1 became minus 2. So increase in negative charge is representing reduction. Now S plus 2 electrons, we will be getting S2 minus. Another reduction process. Now FeCN 6 times 3 minus is gaining one more electron. 3 minus means it has extra 3 electrons or extra 3 negative charges. To that it is adding one more electron, so it will become FeCN 6 times 3 minus will become 4 minus. There is increase in negative charge. So this is about the explanation of oxidation and reduction in terms of transfer of electrons. Whether when an atom or ion loses electron, what happens? When an atom or ion gains electron, what happens? Now, we know that whenever there is oxidation, there will be reduction, or there is no oxidation without reduction. That means oxidation and reduction are always taking place simultaneously. That means they are oxidation and reduction, both are complementary reactions. What does it mean actually? We know according to electron transfer concept, oxidation is actually losing of electron. An atom or ion can lose electron only if there is another atom or another ion which is ready to accept it. Clear? That is why oxidation and reduction, that is why it is said that oxidation and reduction is taking place simultaneously. There is no oxidation without reduction. Okay. Now we will see one example of a reaction where there is oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. For example, 2Na solid plus Cl2 gas giving 2NaCl. How we can explain this equation as a redox reaction based on electron transfer concept? See the equation, see the reactants and products. Sodium metal is combining with Cl2 giving NaCl. So what happens to the positive and negative charges here? Sodium atom means in the atomic state it is there, what is the charge? Nothing is written means it is 0. In the case of Cl2 also it is a neutral molecule, no charge is written, that means here also the charge is 0. And we know that in NaCl, how this Na and Cl exist as? Yes, Na plus and Cl minus. So what is the change in the charge of sodium and what is the change in the charge of chlorine during this reaction? Sodium 0 changes to +1, that means there is increase in positive charge. If there is increase in positive charge, we can call it as oxidation. Means there is losing of electron. And see what happens to chlorine here. Cl2 is changing to Cl minus. There is increase in negative charge. Increase in negative charge means it is representing reduction, and reduction means it is the gaining of electron. How Na becomes Na plus? By losing one electron. How Cl becomes Cl minus? By gaining one electron. So here both oxidation and reduction is taking place simultaneously. So it is an example for a redox reaction. Another example. See the next equation, look at the reactants and products. On the reactant side we have sodium metal, it is in the metal state or in the atomic state, that means there is no charge, that means neutral 0. H2 gas means, so here also hydrogen is in the molecular state, so the oxidation, the charge is 0. Now what happens, we know that in NaH sodium exists as +1 and hydrogen in -1. NaH means it is sodium hydride. We know that when hydrogen comes on the right hand side, in most of the compounds hydrogen, the charge is +1 or +1. But in hydride, that is an exception. Hydride means if hydrogen is coming on the right hand side of the formula, we call it as hydride. Only in hydrides, hydrogen can show the charge of -1. So here sodium is having +1 and hydrogen is having -1. And so here see the change in the charge of sodium and hydrogen. In the case of sodium, there is increase in positive charge, or we can call it as oxidation by losing of electron. And see what happens to hydrogen here. 0 becomes -1 means there is increase in negative charge. That means reduction by gaining of electrons. So this is about the electron transfer concept of oxidation and reduction. If there is increase in positive charge oxidation, decrease in positive charge reduction. If there is increase in negative charge reduction, decrease in negative charge representing oxidation. And remember, in all the chemical reactions, if there is a loss of electron, definitely there will be a gain of electron. There is no oxidation without reduction. That means oxidation and reduction both are complementary reactions.